Hello, everyone, and welcome to our introduction for the blind education group assignment. Here with me today are my colleagues, Miss Himwati Prasad, Miss Shalene Harakaram, Miss Cherie Devi Raghunath, Miss Naomi Downer, and Miss Kitur Biram. My name is Cassie Ann Barrington, and now I'll hand over to my colleague, Miss Cherie Devi.
Introduction. For this assignment, we were given the task of choosing an area within the expanded core curriculum and created a training program to support it. Our group has decided to focus on independent living skills. The program will include clear objectives and duration, an overview of the program detailing its purpose, rationale, and benefits, identification of the target beneficiaries, developmental milestones, and typical development, a summary of activities with timelines and expected numbers of participants, intended short-term and long-term outcomes, and methods for evaluating the effectiveness of the program. I'll now hand you over to my next colleague, Ms. Cassie.
Thank you, Miss. Independent living skills. This skill and knowledge required for anyone. The skill and knowledge required for anyone, including those with impairments, to live freely are independent living skills. These abilities help people live independently, take care of themselves, carry out daily activities, and engage in society without constantly relying on help from others. Teaching and practicing these skills are essential for visually impaired youngsters to lead productive and successful lives. Here are some examples of what independent living skills look like. The first one is personal hygiene, such as brushing your teeth or getting dressed. Housekeeping, such as making the bed and washing your clothes. Meal preparation and nutrition, preparing food and cleaning up after you would have eaten, such as washing the dishes and tidying the kitchen. Money management, identification of money and budgeting. Health management, identifying and use of medication correctly, scheduled or doctor's appointments. Example, program duration. A program for teaching independent living skills could be structured over a school year of 10 months, divided into 3 phases. Phase 1, initial assessment and planning for 1 month. Phase 2, skill development for 7 months. And Phase 3, review and transition for 2 months. Now I'll hand you over to my next colleague.
Thank you, Miss. Overview of the program. The purpose of the project is to provide blind children with the necessary skills to perform daily tasks independently. This includes personal hygiene, meal preparation, household chores, and money management. The rationale for the project. Independent living skills are crucial for children with visual impairments as they navigate their environments and perform everyday tasks. Research indicates that children who develop these skills early are more likely to succeed academically, socially, and professionally. Current resources and training in the area are limited, and this project aims to bridge that gap. The benefits of the target population. The project will provide tailored training and resources, empowering children to perform daily tasks with confidence. This does not only benefit the children directly, but also alleviate some of the pressures on their families and educators, leading to a more inclusive and supportive community. Thank you. I now hand you over to my next colleague.
I'm doing the target beneficiaries. of independent living skills. Um, to live independently and to handle daily responsibilities without significantly depending on others. People need to possess independent living skills. These abilities cover a wide range of topics such as individual care, which include hygiene, grooming, washing, and brushing of the teeth. The aim of this productive is you being able to do things you wasn't able to do before, and that will be cleaning, budgeting, and different other stuff. Budgeting is keeping tabs on earning and outlays, comprehending bills, and setting money aside. Banking includes making checks, assessing online banking, and utilizing a bank account. Next slide, please. Target beneficiaries include transportation, technology, and organizing, emergencies, preparedness, and safety. Being ready for emergencies such as fire, medical crisis, and natural disaster means knowing what to do. And personal safety, knowing how to ask for assistance, knowing safe places to be, and basic self-defense. Job-related skills, creating cover letters, resumes, and interview prep are all part of job search process. Workplace equities, knowing how to manage your time and act professionally and communicate with co-workers. I will now hand you over to my next colleague.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ketiro Biram, and I'm doing the summary of activities. For personal hygiene, teeth brushing, practice brushing your teeth twice daily using a tactile timer. The period will be 10 to 15 minutes per day and 1 to 1.5 hours per week. The duration will be 3 months. Clothing selection, choose and put appropriate clothing for different weather conditions. Period, 15 to 30 minutes per session, 1 to 2 hours per week. Duration will be 6 months. Housekeeping, this will be bed making the bed each morning. The period will be 5 to 10 minutes per day. Half hour to 1 hour per week. Duration 3 months. Laundry sorting laundry by color and fabric type, and operate the washing machine with assistance. The period will be 30 to 45 minutes per session, 1 to 2 hours per week. This duration will be for 6 months. Meal preparation and nutrition. Simple breakfast preparation. Prepare a basic breakfast, for example, cereal and milk, independently. This period will be for 15 to 20 minutes per session, 1 to 1.5 hours per week. The duration will be for 3 months. Snack preparation. Identify and use kitchen utensils safely to make a sample snack. The period also will be for 30 to 45 minutes per session, 1 to 2 hours per week. The duration will be also for 6 months. Coin and bill identification. Identify different coins, bills, and touch and complete a simple purchase. The period will be for 20 to 30 minutes per session, 1 to 1.5 hour per week. The duration will be for 6 months. Budget creation. Create a simple weekly budget with assistance. This period will be for 30 to 45 minutes per session, 1 to 2 hours per week. The duration will also be for 6 months. Health management, media, medicine identification, identifying medication by touch and understanding the correct dosage. This period will be for 15 to 20 minutes per session, 1 to 1.5 hours per week. This duration will be for 3 months. Doctor's appointment scheduling. Identify, independently schedule, and remember a doctor's appointment using a tactile calendar. Period will be to 30 to 45 minutes per session, 1 to 2 hours per week. The duration will also be for 6 months. The program phase 1, initial assessment and planning. 1 month, conduct a comprehensive assessment and set individual goals. This period will be 1 to 2 hours per week. Phase 2, skills development. Phase 3, review and transition, which will be 2 months. And monitoring and evaluation. Conduct monitoring checks to monitor progress and make adjustment as needed. Now I hand you over to my next colleague.
I will be looking at intended outcomes for independent living skills. Some short-term results are fundamental skills proficiency. Participants will learn the fundamentals of independent living, including time management, budgeting, cleaning, and cooking. Next one we have is enhanced self-assurance. Individual will experience a raise in self-assurance regarding their capacity to manage everyday responsibilities independently. Social connection. By encouraging social connection, the program will help participants feel supported and part of a community. Next we have is the long-term results. The first one is sustained independence. Programs graduates will continue to be able to live independently once a training session has ended. The other one is better quality of life. Participants feel happier and more content because they can better handle day-to-day living. And the last one is advocacy and self-advocacy. In the long run, this involves standing up for the rights and needs and those of others facing similar struggles. Thank you.
Evaluation. Explain 2 ways that you will measure and evaluate the effectiveness of the project. 1, to comprehensively assess the impact of the project on the independent living skills of children, we will be implementing a feedback collection system. This will involve gathering detailed feedback from the children, their parents, and the educators actively involved to obtain qualitative data that will provide insight into how the project influences and enhances the children's independent living skills. This evaluate method is to show how the project is helping children learn to live independently by collecting feedback. We will ask the children questions along with their parents and educators. With the information, it will guide and help us understand how the project is affecting the children concerning independent living skills. So below here, we have the effectiveness of the project along with some questions. Next slide, please. Number 2, as part of our project to develop independent living skills, we will be implementing skill-specific checklists. These checklists will be tailored to each skill we are focusing on, such as budgeting, cooking, or time management. By using these targeted checklists, we will be able to regularly assess and monitor progress in each specific skill, allowing us to identify areas for further improvement and provide more effective support where needed. This detailed approach will ensure that our project is effective in promoting independent living skills development. So by using this method, the checklist is a good way to see how a visually impaired child is doing with living by themselves. Different kids need different help, so not all kids will need the same thing. So here we have a checklist that's showing the effectiveness of the project. Thank you. Next, I'll now hand you to my next colleague.
Conclusion. The training program aims to equip visually impaired children with the essential life skills fostering independence and confidence in their daily life. It focuses on managing personal hygiene, housekeeping, meal preparation, money management, and health care. The program is structured to provide clear, measurable outcomes within specific timeframes, allowing each child to track their progress and build on their achievements. The program focuses on individual needs and developmental milestones, enhancing the quality of life for visually impaired children and reducing the burden on families and educators. The success of this program will be measured by the sustained independence and improved quality of life of participants. The program seeks to continually improve and expand its efforts by receiving input and making modifications. Thank you. And this will be the end of our presentation.